Both races are now readied up. We'll see what the seed has in store for us. Immediate tier 2 cracked wall. Let's see what's in here. It's a blood shop. Let's probably just take the blood longsword and go. Looks like Crow will leave that behind. This is where you can reset, because this is seeded. That's something new racers tend to forget. Racers who typically have most of their experience in Necrodancer running unseeded stuff. This is seeded. The meta changes a bit. If you walk the wrong way, you don't need a backtrack, you can just reset. If you're on 1-1, stuff like that. Just small optimizations like that that are only relevant in seeded mode. Which, yeah. Because from what I've seen from Crow so far, they're very experienced in Necrodancer, but as a new racer, needs to learn the things, the race meta and etc., stuff like that, not dying. It's a lot to take in at first. Melon, meanwhile, finding a blood sphere. I don't know why both of these racers left behind the blood longsword, but it's fine. Jack? Jack? Here his lip apparently has an impossible puzzle. That is a shop on Crow's End. No options to kill. That might be a potion room there too, under the tier 3 wall room. I'll just call it that. Melon, meanwhile, checking purple for heal spell. This is a kill from Crow after finding a bomb. Taking Arc Dagger, Courage, and the torch. Leaving the crown behind. Take the crown, it's good. Melon, meanwhile, swapping off to Old Faithful with the Titanium Longsword. So, Crow has a fast build, a good weapon. Melon has a decent weapon. It is a 3 damage with the charm. Melon being careful to bomb this from the left side, and I think the only thing that will come out of it is a ham, but a transmute will yield a blast helm. So ham and blast helm out of the urn. Pretty smart score runner stuff there. I would attribute it to that, to pick up the transmute to use it then and there. Yeah, it's probably not worthwhile. You already have the damage up. So you're at consistent 3 damage, yep, what Civ said. Which leaves you open to swap off to other foot slot items. And also it's constant 3 damage, which is easier to manage and keep track of. Crow, meanwhile, has caught up after spending a bit of time building in Zone 1. It's just about a floor behind now. Definitely has the power to catch up. Does have the 3 damage with the big digs as well. Shop is dead, still checking it anyways. Probably one of the most relatable experiences in Necrodancer is, oh, the shopkeeper is dead. Oh, that's a 35 gold titanium rapier for Crow. They're comfortable with the rocket build, that could be good, but sliding into a rider. Gonna watch that again. I think that was just courage doing its thing. Yeah, that's pretty rough. One range courage is it gets spicy. I personally don't like it. I'm not good with it at all. Food shop for melon should be good. Buying the things first, right? Okay. And then bombs from the right side. Yeah, that was done correctly. With Blast Helm, you cannot safely bomb. You'll just remove the items. So purchasing the food shop first, and then bombing from the right side. It has to be the right side. Yeah, I noticed that too. I commented that about the previous race, where we had Parker, who's placed in blood tier. Against Titanium. And you should know. Because you were there. Wink. These are weak 1, but yeah. Who else is in blood? I feel like a lot of blood is like only in blood because they do belong in blood, but only because there isn't enough spots in the higher tier. But in previous seasons, they definitely would have been higher tier. Is your first CoNDOR, bottom down conduit? Yeah, the initial seeding. We'll see how things shuffle around by the end of the season, because there's a lot of skill packed into blood. It's gonna be a pretty blurry line between blood and gold, I think. But we'll see. It's just week 1. Conduit is crazy. Like, I wouldn't do well in Conduit. I feel, oh like, oh geez. Why is Conduit so good? But anywho, I've won a Conduit, yes. But if I wasn't banned, I feel like... Yeah, Conduit still has some really good racers. Crow going down again. Let's see if I can remember who's still not banned from Conduit yet. I know Ribbon isn't banned from Conduit yet. Ribbon's definitely very good. From what I've seen of Crate, they're also very good. Focusing. Join more conduits focusing. Cap. It's all that comes to the top of my mind as people who should be banned from Conduit already but aren't. But there's probably more. I'm just forgetting. Thing is, there's a limited number of people that can be banned from Conduit at a time. Trying to find time where you're not working during playoffs and you're doing it, yeah. Being busy during Conduits was Slimo's problem. Couldn't enter like any Conduits until the one he entered. And he won. But Phasing Dagger, Dead Ringer strat for a melon, just whacking on. Yo, that pre-throw! Cadence currently doesn't have a weapon, swap the holster. Or just pick up flute, that works too. Koopy's not banned. Koopy definitely has ban potential, but I wouldn't say definitely has to be banned soon. It's unsafe. I've never seen that before. That has to be a score runner optimization. To save 1 coin off the Crown of Gold. Because you bring Dorian's Dagger into Arena that. Oh, I see. I see. But anywho, let's take in the first point here of this set with a pretty speedy 11:14.18 for that being a slow play. That's fast. But the seed was pretty good. Didn't need to go extra slow to find things. Had a lot of health out of that food shop. Carried a ham into the food shop, so could have just gone eat that. DNH isn't banned, right? DNH definitely should be banned. Yeah, I feel like slow play speed definitely depends a lot on the seed and what items you get or don't get. But GG's for that first point. I think Note is also pretty close. Definitely ban worthy. I haven't seen him around though. Not recently. Your win was versus DNH. Nice. Yeah, DNH was in finals. Definitely close. And definitely like Obsidian tier. Low Obsidian, high Titanium, somewhere around there. Probably. I think that's about right, Ribbon. I think Crow... Wait, what is this? Yo, this layout's so bad. It's like, no, you can't go that way, but you can go... I don't know what your skill level is other than inconsistent. I think, you're pretty consistent. Except when you're not. And that's like the worst way to put it. That's like saying nothing. You get in your own head. You get in your own head pretty easily, and that's when the inconsistencies start to show. But otherwise, you have a very strong foundation to work off of. Yeah, what's this mystery weapon? It looks like rapier. But the races will pick that up. Crow won't have the bomb spell that Lith has been able to find. Crow will be the first one onto the bus with very slight lead. Crow's also lacking the blood drum from the blood shop kill. But we'll check purple for pretty good ring. It's the Ring of Piercing. Definitely gonna be able to get some good use out of that. This is a pretty okay build so far. I'm using a blood dig to check this tier 3 wall, but it's never the food shop. I might just use Gigantism to break open this barrel, but that works too. Following up the Blood Shovel in exchange for the big digs. A pretty okay exchange with obsidian weapons. 1 damage up always is nice because that makes it a bit more comfortable and less pressure to keep the beat up. And a few torch transmogs for Crow will get Torch of Walls. This is a very good build. It's pretty minimal. Needs safety in the form of health or armor, though. But otherwise, very good. Ring of Charisma in purple for Crow. A bit of armor as well. Doing the shopping. As a melon trails shortly behind. Quick Leprechaun lunge for Crow. Melon down to half a heart. Just seeing that now. Misreading 3-1 as well. It will be fine. Actually, that's not even a misread, I thought. The exit was much more up than that. Magic Carrot. Emon has no way to get in. Actually has the bomb cell. Never mind. Can't snag this carrot. But the rest of the shop is pretty garbage. Crow being still about a floor ahead. Monocle pickup and Foresight pickup for Melon here. This Crow finishes off without a flawless. Decides to go vertically, then horizontally on zone 4. Don't know why. Usually you want to go horizontally then vertically so you can avoid fireballs, but it's not too big of a deal as long as you make sure you don't get fireballed. You know? So finding the glass shop, but won't even peek what's in there. Health situation for both races isn't the best, but Melon with the monocle will find Shop Bro, so that's a pretty good find given the health situation in this race being low. So any form of regeneration is much appreciated. Holy Water for Crow has a decent amount of cash. Hung on to that Gigantism Scroll from Zone 1 and hasn't really been able to use it. Amelin, meanwhile, just on 1 heart, getting the gold heal there, but it's pretty spooky. Another gold pile here for another half a heart, though, will help a bit. Crow warlocking into a golem hit. Luckily, goo wasn't activated or anything. Just a normal Golem hit, but Golem's still still hit pretty hard. So still in the lead. The health situation is still a bit hurting. You probably keep the big digs. Have we already seen Food Shop? I don't think so. Yeah, but Crow gonna swap off. You probably keep big digs. Ooh, I don't like this. Crow going down, double hitting the dragon. I think that was just not having big digs anymore. I don't know. Because that was just hitting the dragon twice, and you usually don't, you never want to do that. Unless you know you have enough damage. So, yeah, just forgetting about build changes. Hello TTF, thanks for the raid. So yeah, a very late death for Crow. Well, pretty good for a melon, finding 2 curse hearts and 5-1. Caw-caw-co? Sure. Well, what else would we? I don't know. That's the best we've got so far, then. We'll take it. But yeah, pretty safe. A lot of hearts and leather armor for a melon. Definitely not the most safe, but pretty safe. Also, tons of time to work with. Yeah. I really shouldn't have swapped off the big digs there. In hindsight, obviously. Because that led to a damage miscalculation, which is already a bit difficult with Obsidian. But it's fine. We're going down once more though, on the run back. Making sure to separate Dorian here a bit. Three hits left. Last hit on the Necrodancer. GG's. Melon taking the second point after a pretty rough death from hallowedcrow. Crow is pretty much taking the lead for the entire time. Just a small lead, but still a lead. we don't get the flashing X2 logo. We can add that in manually though. Watch me figure it out live. Aw, yeah. It's so bad. But it's so good. Still a bit too big, I think. Oop. No, it's amazing. No, it's horrible. My eyes actually hurt. Aside from the eye hurting part, it's excellent. It's like perfect. There's nothing wrong with it at all, except for it hurts. But the physical pain is worth it for the excellence that we get. Anywho, both races ready. That is very distracting. Anyway, this looks like a potion room early on. My rate sounds a chat hut, yeah. So is some of my cadence noises. But I think I just forgot to put that in for like more recent CoNDOR seasons, so maybe not. Oops. Melon guiding the Minotaur over onto the potion room. Pretty neat. Crow is gonna do the same thing, and there is a very bright flashing how do you not look at it? It's hypnotizing, and it like demands your attention. Close your eyes, yeah. Has anyone ever tried blindfolded commentary? A Shriner attempt here, Crow? I don't like this. It looks like it's gonna be fine. Fine-ish. Yeah, the one that bounces around. Except it's the flashing CoNDOR X2 logo. Missing a beat there. Or miscounting the health there for Crow. We'll lose the glass armor. But won't take a massive hit. So yeah, very spooky Shriner fight there. Melon going for the kill here for Fireball and Crown of Thorns. Pretty interesting choice. But it's not bad to pick up on an early source of regen, especially in Blood Tier, which this isn't really Blood Tier. It's kind of goldish. It's kind of flashing every single tier. A glass rapier find for the Zone 1 boss. on a melon's end. Ring Conjure for a melon, filling out the ring slot with something that isn't too desirable. That is the Ring of Gold. But yeah, it is a ring. Definitely not what she was looking for. Something better than that. Also flashing CoNDOR X2 logo. it's It's growing on me. It's perfect. It doesn't hurt my eyes anymore. I've adjusted. The eye hurty part is only temporary. Probably getting grabbed by a monkey, but no enemies around to capitalize. Melon luring the dragon somewhere? Oh, that gold file just got erased. Okay, that was a weird line of enemies for a melon, but handles it fine. Yeah, definitely playing a bit hesitantly, but the important part is that the glass rapier stays alive. Still is in the lead. Crow doesn't have a weapon besides the space dagger anyways. Oh, but going for purple instead of black. For a really good ring to go along with this glass rapier. But it's glass is the thing. So meanwhile, finding a blood harp has the damage up with lightweight as well. Two damage blarp. Yes, Monster would like me and everyone else to call the blood harp the blarp. And I think I will respect that now. So, blarp for Crow. Going for shovel, followed by ring. Ring will be charisma, allowing for another. Turning quartz into Squigga suit. So that was a value. That was a value charisma find. Melon, meanwhile, just chugging along. Playing this glass rapier very safe. Or at least as safe as glass rapiers can go. Bit of a pause before going into death metal. I think just thinking about what to do. A lunge into a fireball will be what happens. Checking black this time, that's not a weapon. There goes the glass rapier. But relatively clear of enemies. This bat sucks, but it's fine, it's fine. This bat's like, nope. I'm not gonna let you pick up this glass shard. So yeah. Yeah, at least it's a 2 damage shard with that find, but preferably just a better weapon. Some pretty good blood magic coming out for Melon. Crow doing the same thing as the Melon did with an attempted fireball on death metal. Swapping off to gold broadsword. 2 damage broadsword is not horrible. Okay, that's a weapon. That's a weapon, so it's all good. It's fine. Dagger is fine if you can run it. Yeah, the issue is being done 1 damage usually, I guess. Good knight dodge there for Melon, not getting knighted. Crow is still pretty decently far behind. Can try to catch up. It's a bit late, but things can still go pretty slowly in the last zone for a Melon. So, probably will go. I didn't like that situation. The Telemonkey was fine, I guess, because it was out of that situation, but it was not fine in that it sent Crow back to the very beginning, which is very much not fine. Well, Melon, a whole zone lead now. Checking this arena. That shield is probably worth picking. Oh, that Telemonkey. Stop being grabbed by Telemonkeys. Harp in zone 4 seems to be doing a toll on Crow. Or locking into bad hits. But will survive with a potion as a Melon moves on to Dead Ringer. With a right side spawn, which means easy left side scoots can take like 1 trillion hits here, even if things do go wrong. But won't need to. Relatively on the rails, like completely on the rails. I don't know why I said relatively. On the rails, Dead Ringer. Only has 2 bombs, so touches a few butts. Crow's definitely trying to get back here. Melon has a huge health pool to work with Quartz Armor as well. So, death isn't that likely, except in the case of Dad Dunkage. And I think dying would just take longer than Crow finishing this run. But GG's! Melon finishing this set with a 3-0 victory. Duncan Dadvich. Duncan Dadage. Anywho, GG's. But unfortunately, Crow not being able to take a single race off any of their opponents this week, but has shown great potential. Definitely has had the chance to do so.